All right, first we're gonna just do the warm up on our back real quick, like I like to do. I found out this works really nice is you just lay back on your weight bench, and then when your feet are flat like this, all you do is you tuck them underneath. I know this will kind of be hard for you, but if it's possible, then you just tuck your feet underneath like that so the top of your foot is on the floor. You can even like reach your arm underneath here now because you're making a little gap here. Ow! No bite, no biting. That's turkey. Turkey. So we're just warming up with a little back bend. And all you do is you really just kind of hold it for a couple seconds, and it's the magic is happening without you curling a dumbbell or squatting and lifting in something heavy. It's actually kind of easy to do this healing radical realism stuff when you know the direction you're going. You stop running like a hamster on a wheel, and you start like really where the rubber hits the road, you start getting somewhere. So that feels good. And then you're done. You put your feet back. And I turn on this side like this. Push it out of there. So we'll start on the floor. I just do that one first with my weight bench because it feels so good. Alrighty. You can always start with a little intention. A dedication is always good. The reason I'm here is for, to be healthy and take care of myself so that way I can care about other people. Like my mom, for example, if she wants me to carry in groceries or something, it's like, well, I couldn't help her out very well if I'm a weakling. So this is going to help me get strong so that I can help other people, type of thing. That's a good dedication. And then you can have other types of dedications. You just find something pure and good, and then you say, this is why I'm doing it. Now, I'm going to start with this exercise ball thing. Just do these couple things you learn here is just put it in between your thighs. Just do a couple squeezes. I'll do like 15. $11, $12, $13, $14, $15, then rest. And I could feel like my legs getting a little shaky during the squeezes, but that's fine. Those are good shakes. You'll see when you're holding your legs up in the air doing a boat pose and your legs start kind of doing this little shake, that's good. Those are the muscles building strength. So then we can do our 15 squeezes. And these are strengthening the groin muscles, and let's just go like 5 more of them. There you go. So hard. And if you want to stretch the groin, you can do this one where you just go down like hands out like this, and then your elbow kind of opens up the leg. Now you're doing a groin stretch, just like butterfly or diamond. But this one I'd like to do because it was in the soccer stretches before we played soccer. So definitely good since, you know, soccer athletes are doing it. Okay. Alrighty. So we're going to keep doing a couple more with this. You definitely can do your planks here like this with your elbows on the ball. And then we want to put one of our foot central. It's as good as possible. It's tough. And you want to kind of stiffen up and lift the leg up. 3, 4, 5. Switching up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can already feel my core body temperature raising up a little bit. Those ones are no joke. Okay. You can do 2 sets of those if you want. Back into your core. Elbow plank, and then let's go in there. 3. Trying to balance here. So I go, whoa. 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. I couldn't even do plank after that one. So, bring this onto the mat. So I'm laying down on my back. So, just put your leg up on here. Do your favorite. It's just a little crunch, and you go up, up. Do that 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have a little rest period where you take deep breaths. Okay. Then you can always put your hands behind your bed, do a crunch like that. But I'm gonna go a little bit to the side, like I said. Right elbow, left knee. Left elbow, right knee. Right elbow, left knee. Left elbow, right. And then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. So you've already done 20. We're trying to maybe do around 30, but for the last 10, we're gonna go feet on the ball. Little bridge. In between. Okay, just go again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. And you can throw in those little ball bridges. Bring the left. All right. Okay. I'm sure some people do some crazy stuff. We'll check the little chart, stability ball chart, but since I'm still not completely drained, I think I'll do this one that takes a little bit more energy. So that way, if I try doing it at the end, it might not be so easy. So what you're gonna do is you just kind of want to be able to hold the ball with your feet like this, and we're gonna pass the ball to our hands, and then feet come back down, ball goes up, and then squeeze. Put the ball in between your feet, and then squeeze it again with your feet, and go back down, and the arms up. So you just pass that back and forth 10 times. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. So make sure you're taking like deep breaths and not holding your breath throughout that exercise, because you need to keep the oxygen flow going. Right? So those big deep breaths. All right, good job. Okay. Now, if you ever get up off the floor, you always do what we did on the weight bench. You just curl over to the side and then do a one-arm push-up. And you can always do a couple of those to get stronger. And that'll, target a certain muscle in your arm that will become a lot easier if you just do 5 of those little one-arm push-up side. And all of a sudden, it'll be easy for you to get out of bed and get up off the ground and stuff. Okay, so now, by the way, before we get rid of that stability exercise ball, I'll show you one more. You can always do. So out here like this. Since my mom has these little 2-pound pink weights, it'll be perfect, since you don't want to grab a heavy weight and show off here. You want to just grab something light. So never go trying to show off and grab some big weights for this one. So you kind of put your belly on it, and your feet out here to stabilize. And then all you do is little reverse fly. So that yoga mat's making me slip a little bit, so you just move to where your feet can stick. All right, all you do, little reverse flies. And if it's too easy, just make sure you get up in there. So maybe 3 to 5 pounds. If 2 pounds is too light, just don't need to show off. But you can always lift your chin up higher. Yeah. I'm new at this, but it'll get easier. Nice deep breaths there. Reverse flies. It's always a good move. Amen. Okay. So you're doing great. If you feel like you're getting hot, take yourself a little water break. That's good. Yep. I'll just check to make sure I didn't miss something there. The face ID is not going to tune in. There it goes. Okay, yeah. All right. So a couple more actually on these things. So one you can do really easy. Sitting on it, you go back like this. I'm gonna put that ball right under the neck. And then this will be up, and then you can do your little ball bridges. And those thrusts, every time you go from down here to up here, your strength, you'll feel like a contraction in your glutes. So if you touch your butt, it'll be hard because that muscle's contracting. You come down here, there's more squish. If you touched your butt, it would be more squishy because that muscle is not contracting. Then when you go up like this, your fingers will feel your butt and it'll be a little more hard because that's your glute being contracted, okay? So definitely, you see some girls doing some one-legged squats or whatnot on the bar. You can always do something like this for your butt muscles. There you go. Okay. You want to do some little roll-ups or something. So instead of just bridge up here. So instead of just the ball bridge like that, which we did in between those sit-ups, is you could always have the ball out here like this and then roll it back in. And you kind of roll it into that bridge. So roll it out, then roll it back in, roll it out. You can do that 10 times right there. 3, 4, 5. And then right here, if you got you don't have your bridge lifted, you want to thrust up so that way you get that bridge lifted. Okay. Back over here. Then 5 more. Good. 3. You can readjust if it starts slipping so that you get a good bridge here. 2, 1. Good job. You're crushing it. Roll over and do your push. Doing it. Okay. Doing it. Okay. So instead of doing the sit-ups from the ground up to the ball, you can always do another one. Crunch it like something like that. Yeah. So that way you're kind of hanging over the ball like this. So, and then you just throw in a couple sit-ups. Those ones I'm not getting quite the burn that I did when I was doing crunches from the floor. So maybe you find a crunchy exercise that works for you. And sometimes after you've done a routine like this, you say, oh, I really like that one went like that. And you do that ball bridge one. It's like how you feel it right where it needs to be. And then you target that healing right to where your muscles need it. Okay, so we're going to move just to the quick little side to sides with the exercise ball thing here. So, make use of this little thing. This was in the yoga class yesterday without the ball. And your feet are lifted off the floor like this. And then you want to keep your spine straight right here. So no hunching like this. Keep that chest elevated like this to keep the little lower back straight and whatnot. And that's hard with the weight, so you don't have to do it with the weight if you can't. Just like this, side to side, good. But we're going hard for our Pilates workout today, so you just take that exercise ball. You can bounce it if you want, but touch it down there. 30. 7 with the legs lifted. 26. 25. And it's killing you, but you're loving it. So smile a little bit. Don't make a sour face. 14, 13, 12, That was tough. Might have done twice as many as I needed to because I was counting like 1, 2. So you might want to count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that way you don't accidentally do 60 like I just did. So, excuse me. But yeah, that's good for you. I can feel the sweat coming on my head now because that one is no joke. Yeah. Let's just take it easy. A little drink of water. Okay. You bring it back to your intention so that your mind doesn't go wandering. You can think about all the other people who are going to benefit from you working out and being strong and healthy. Like all the people who depend on you. We'll skip this ad real quick. Alrighty, see, moving right along. Right now, okay, so I've already been going for a little while here. Let's see here. Just check out here. Yeah, 20 minutes. All right, so we did a good little ab workout there for a while, and you can throw in a couple extras that you want to share some. Betty, what do you do for ab workout? Okay. So, hey, buddy. Since we did so many crunches, what we'll do is we'll do a relaxing backward bend to stretch out the front body. So when we're sitting like this and staying tight and strong, it gets tiring, and then eventually you kind of hunch over like this because you got tired. So all we're gonna do is just reverse the hunch and lay like this in Sphinx pose for a couple seconds. And it's kind of like when you did your crunches, you were doing a little forward bend, and now this Sphinx pose is a gentle back bend. And look straight up, or not straight up, but like forward. And keep taking deep breaths, especially after the exercise ball twists. That one will make you lose your breath, so you just go. And re-lengthen the duration of your inhalation so that it's longer instead of like short and fast breathing. You want to make it back into long and slow breathing. And the magic is happening without you really doing anything. So we already did our crunches. Now this is also doing something, just sitting here. Alrighty, so the only thing we didn't do yet is kind of like the little boat sequence, which could be annoying, but it's really good for you. So there's this cool exercise that you can always do. Once you get up and Give yourself a little cat cow is always good. Never underestimate cat cow. And one from the physical therapist, if you didn't know, is once you're in cat cow, you just reach your arm underneath. Like this, like you're grabbing a book off the shelf here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then it's opening up the spine in a way that doesn't hurt it. When you twist it and you shove your hand against the wall and you try and crack your back by forcing it, that's not as good as this. You can go back to that area. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're doing great. Okay. Oh, no, we gotta do the boat now. I need that foot. I'm gonna need that foot now. I need the foot, turkey. Yes, I do. I need that foot. You can have it back in a bit. Okay, so all we do. Good boy. Good boy. He's a rescue kitty, so I didn't raise this one from kittenhood like most of mine, so he's sensitive. All right, so boat is easy. Get your back straight, up again like this. Lean slightly back, and then straighten your legs. Get into that meditative zone. Good job. So that's boat. You can always like how we did in the yoga class the other day. You're in boat, and you go back down, and you come back up into boat. In the boat. Ow. But I'm showing them the yogas. Okay. Okay. That one's tough, so bear with yourself. All right. There's a couple other ones I learned from the P90X sequence. And it's called Crunchy Frog. For Crunchy Frog, I'm kind of like, you go from that boat into like you bring your legs back. So let's try that. Okay, so boat. I think that's how you do it. You're going to want to slightly your side. When you bring your knees to your chest, I want you to bring your hands together. Just like this. Okay, almost had it, but instead of putting my hands to the side, we're going to bring them around. So in the boat, and then you crunch it up in the round. And do 10 of those or something. So, it's kind of hard when you're if you're wearing a belt or something. Definitely take off your jeans and put on some yoga pants or something, because it's really hard, but you'll be surprised how if we just do this 10 times in this little workout, you'll be all strong before you know it. Okay. So that's Crunchy Frog. And then, Why don't we just throw in like elbow planks and mountain climbers or something, since we're doing all our Pilates and stuff today. So using my hands and knees, start on hands and knees. Then get down on your elbow plank. Then lift up your knee, lift up the other knee, and you're doing your little elbow plank. It's nice. It's like no pressure on your wrists. So if you have wrist pain and stuff, don't worry about your full plank like this. If it hurts, you just go down like this onto your elbow plank. Okay? And so if you could throw in a little bit of Spider-Man's like that, it's really good for your hips. And feel it popping that joint back where it belongs. All right. And then the other one is kind of up here for mountain climbers. So you'd be in a plank, and then you bring your elbows towards your arms, back and forth like this. Then you can get a little flow to it if you want. Throw in like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to plank. Good job. And down. You can go child's pose. Catch your breath. Okay. I'm getting that sweat back like when I had that exercise ball workout right there. But when you starts getting a little bit of sweat under there, if you start going like that, you can see the water on your hand then, that means you're doing it right. Or you can always check your pulse, look at your smartwatch and see what the heart rate says. I'm at 100, so a little colder, wearing like long jeans and stuff, or long pants. Might get a little hotter when you're wearing more layers like this. So I'm wearing my Under Armour's, my under wool layer, and it's got, you can see the sweat in my leg right there. So if you're wearing shorts, you might not sweat as much, but alrighty. Did you do your workout? Good, Yoshi in his workouts. Alrighty, well, I think I'm gonna call that a day and post that on YouTube for you. So if you like the content, like and subscribe or whatnot, so that you can see where this journey is headed as we continue to grow and stronger and in condition, better shape, as we dedicate our lives towards a higher calling, the upward calling in Christ Jesus that perfects us into his holy image. Hallelujah. So never feel like you don't have a future ahead of you or nothing to look forward to, because there's a glorious day where the saints are redeemed and vindicated, and their faith will be rewarded. And never let anyone talk you out of that. So that's what is your true nature, is a good person. And all the times when you're shady and ratchet and all that stuff, that's not really you. So just remember who you are, like Mufasa says in The Lion King, and it's never too late. And that just means every sinner has a past, and every saint has a past, and every sinner has a future. Let me get that right, so that way you can remember that you're never too far gone from Christ's forgiveness and stuff like that. So every saint was in need of redemption, and there was a time when we didn't know Christ, but now that we know him, we're want to like continue walking in that direction. So since he called us or called us out of the darkness and whatnot, so it's better, and I think you'll like it. And you just kind of do this exercise stuff to walk in that direction, and so it's not that hard. And once we care about ourselves, we can care about other people. And so we're not telling anybody what to do. We're gonna lead by example. Alrighty. So hope you guys had a very happy Valentine's Day and hugged and told the people that you love that you love them. And then it doesn't have to be Valentine's Day. You can tell them every day, but make sure that they're not like, hey, no, my husband, my girlfriend, my wife, my boyfriend didn't even tell me Happy Valentine's Day today. So don't worry about if it's corporate, uh, advertising scheme for people to buy chocolates and roses, all that stuff. Just go with the childhood Valentine's Day theme of giving everybody love instead of saying you're I don't see you and ignoring someone. So just acknowledge people's presence, and little acknowledgement goes a long way. Alrighty, I love you guys. Stay real. God bless. Peace.